Well, welcome back, everybody. I hope you guys are having a phenomenal Easter weekend and spending time with your families. And as we go ahead and we take a look at these markets, what an incredible ride it's been. As we back up for a moment and think about what I've been sharing with you for the last several months, we're in the same exact condition. That's the beauty of my work. It's consistent. It doesn't change like the direction of the wind. And so what happens here is, you recall, backing up now we have even more data saying the same thing that we've been saying for months. Let's take a look, right? So initially we were bouncing off of rising trends, so we were only looking for the bullish trades. Then we went ahead, we got down here, said not to worry as long as we don't have two consecutive closes down below. We didn't. Then we went ahead and we got back down here, did not have the two consecutive closes back below, and then of course most recently we did not have even one consecutive close below, or one close below, let alone two consecutive. So the reality is, and sure enough, here we are, new highs again. So while everybody else is singing doom and gloom, it's the end of the world as we know it and everything else, and hey, look, there's a lot to be concerned about there. I don't want to discount the fact that there's not lots to be concerned about. However, the trend is your friend until the bend in the end, right? And so the reality is that the status quo and what we're looking for still continues to be the case. So armed with that information, what's the first thing that I typically go ahead and do? I fall back to old faithfuls. Culmination of my life's work, right, is like the ITP indicators, which you see on here. We won't focus too much on those, but I just want to kind of show you it's real easy. There's different ways you can scan for everything, and I like to see ones that are coming up here on different things. And sure enough, well, ASML. Well, where have you heard that one before? We'll talk about that in a minute. That was a big thing we talked about a lot earlier this year in particular, and it's resurging now. Dollar Tree, we just talked about that in one of the most recent videos. Facebook just talked about that recently with Options Mapper, which was a culmination of underlying options hunter and underlying, hidden options activity taking place there with the unusual options. So we pointed those out in recent videos. So as we take a look now, Dollar Tree, what it went and did actually went up, multiple dollars since the video where we talked about it here, kind of basing around target number one, looking to see if we can have another takeoff to the upside. As we look at ASML, well, ASML, if you remember from earlier this year, it was taking off, and of course, all the week of the last summit, the Wealth 365 summit, we were going ahead talking through this entire process, as you recall, leading up to and beyond the summit. Well, sure enough, here we are. We went up to target 2, so it broke through target 2, and of course, once you break through target 2, that's where you get runaways. But then we ended up having another target 2 into the future here, and it stopped dead cold, so we didn't get the runaway. Now here we are, it is, and that's where we're at now. Look at this, new highs, push to target 2, pull back, now it's trying to break target 2. So we're going to be watching ASML again. It's been doing really well, and it's showing up on different tools here. And then Facebook went ahead and just hit this new high over here, this new relative high, and is sitting up there right at that target 2 as well. Well, so just remember, so of course, if you're not fortunate enough to have like my ITP tools, that's okay. Within wealth charts, you have access to these incredibly powerful tools, and that's what helped me identify for you, as you recall, things such as Facebook and Dollar Tree, ASMLs, and so you got Wealth Finder, you got the WSI scanners, which if you take a look, and so it's nice to see things happening on multiple different tools here. That could be very comforting for a person who's looking for a higher probability opportunity, right? So you see Dollar Tree, ASML, Facebook pulling up on those algorithms too. And then Options Mapper, weeks ago, you recall, I went ahead and showed you here in this video about Facebook. In fact, I was pointing it out to you in that as well. And the reason why, I always want to emphasize this. I don't say it to brag. I say it to reinforce the concepts here that what we're saying in advance is continuing to happen. There is this opportunity for you to learn these markets, right? And so I try to go ahead and cut through all the internet internet marketing stuff, and all those things that you guys hear out there on a daily basis with all these different shows out there and everything else. And I want to go ahead and kind of cut through some of the strategies and show you consistently and repeatedly over and over how we're seeing things in advance and then talking about them on the back end here. So Facebook, you'd see it come up on the new options mapper tool, which is one of just many new tools inside of wealth charts, and we're about to have some major releases to wealth charts here. Pretty darn excited. So, but the thing is that so here again, Facebook then just hit that high, and now it's getting kind of slowed down at target 2. Going to look to see if we can break through target 2 and perhaps have more highs there. But it's also a round number resistance level there as well at that psychological 300 level. So got a little work to do, but we're going to be keeping an eye on that once again as well. And we just showed you how we're going to do it. And speaking of which, showing you how we're going to go ahead and look at these things. The upcoming Wealth 365 Summit is now only 2 weeks away, and talk about showing how we're going to do it. Boy, I know several of us got some really big things planned. I got some surprise guests. In fact, we've actually kept them off of some of the materials and stuff like that. We're to have a big coming out party here over the next 2 weeks, so we'll be releasing this. But we got lots of great speakers, so we've always listed your feedback. We kind of cut some of the people who you're not as interested in seeing, adding the people who you've asked to go ahead and see, and boy, did we go ahead and got some big surprises for you. We'll be showing new features myself too. If for no other reasons, come to the Wealth 365 Summit would be to see all the new things that are now going to be inside of wealth charts. We're doing a whole bunch of releases over the next 2 weeks here with a big coming out party at the Wealth 365 Summit. So I've got some big things planned. Ziad's got big things planned. Lori's got big things planned. And in fact, we didn't even do any events here. We were going to do something right before Easter. It's like, you know what? Let's just save all the great stuff for the Wealth 365 Summit. So got a lot of great training and education coming your way at that event, and I know several of the speakers have some really exciting stuff to share, and we're doing some things that we've never done before. So go to becomeabettertrader.com/wealth365, becomeabettertrader.com/wealth365. I'll show you more of these new features inside of wealth charts. I'm going to show you more of how to use these different tools and strategies when you get different signals, how to go ahead and use them, and it's just going to be an exciting time, and you can see how we talk about things in advance and then what happens. I want to go ahead and try to drill in on that, in different ways now at the upcoming show to connect with you, to help you guys here, because we got a big 2021 ahead of us here. So let's have a great year. So with that being said, you guys have a great rest of the Easter weekend here, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the live trading room, which you guys have seen a lot of great stuff with Ziad in there recently, or we'll go ahead and see you at the upcoming videos, and of course the Wealth 365 Summit, which again, you go to becomeabettertrader.com/wealth365. See you soon, gang. Bye-bye.